Would you take the wheel if I lose control? If I'm lying here, will you take me home? Could you take care of a broken soul? Will you hold me now? Or will you take me home? 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 Or would you take me home? She had a heart. She had a heart. Quite tragic, you see, the story. Sorwik Caler, I believe her name. All jumbled up, you see, in my memory. They say she was everything a man could have ever asked for. Enchanter in all she possessed, her own life, on the contrary, was never really fulfilled without a hand. A hand, you may ask? A helping hand. Her sisters are identical, they say. Almost too identical to be considered safe now. They're all locked away in books, piles and piles of them, I presume from my hearing. Nowhere near the hands now. Claire believed in one God, the God of servitude. At least that shows voraciously through what she's left behind. Nothing much. A woman's work. A fledged organization devoted to equity. A bevy of women inspired to bring change. And a husband who cried. He cried. Finally. Not really for his wife though, but more so because he had lost her. Her contributions, her labor, and above all, her care. Sorwik wanted justice, and how she got it made her trailblaze the generations succeeding her. She waited 15 years for Bobby, hoping one day he would get better. 15 years, I tell you. He never did. But she, on the other hand, never lost faith. When he decided there was no more life left in the hay, the loudest cries were hers, neighbors say. Shame on the mother though, huh? Shame on her. Empathy, resilience, passion, care, altruism, embodiment of real self, and transparency in all she believed in. She was never really meant for the world. Not at least for then. Her scribbles and records, now worth millions, were void in their essence back then. Why? Well, no one cared. Precisely why everyone does now. Claire, she never really liked the movies. Never into fiction, enactments. Her ears deserved better. Thus, you could see her lifting Grandma Mikopi-san away from the grips of external interference and into her own safe haven. Silly girl, go out, have fun, they said. She did, eventually, but she never came back. Here is a story my mother or my sister could spend hours lamenting upon. Yet me, a boy, a man? No, I can never really understand how they feel now, can I? Oh, we're almost at the end now. I bet you're curious how she died, huh? Some say she was raped. Raped? Raped by the vile nature of utter physical exhaustion. Others claim she was consumed as a whole, probably by the ones she held dearest to her heart. You see, the question doesn't lie in the intricacies of her death. It revolves extensively over what propagated it to such extent. Her heart stopped, they say. In her final, desperate yearnings for breath, it was almost as if her supply had been cut off. Ironic, the nature of demise, for a hand admirer, one would say. More information to suffice your thirst about her? Well, they weren't there to see it. I have no sources besides them. Resuscitating lives into propulsion meant the world to Caler, a decision that ended up taking a toll on her own. Extracting her away bit by bit from the world she effortlessly held together. Her corpse? Well, the vultures know meat for meat and nothing much apart from that. At least they are better than them. Long may she reign in heaven, poor Sorwik Caler. That is, if they let her. If you let her.